best part of almost any dish is the sauce. Sauces are so good. They make up so much flavor and they add so much complexity to almost any dish. But you know what the best kind of sauces are? The fat-based sauces. Everyone loves fat-based sauces, whether you're a meat lover, a vegetarian, or even a vegan. Fatty-based sauces are the best, and that's why I'm launching this mini-series about fat-based sauces. We're going to be going over Hollandaise, mayos, and vinaigrettes. I'm going to show you some techniques and some different flavorings and some really easy ways to make it right at home. So make sure you stay tuned for all 3 episodes, and I hope you enjoy this mini-series on fat-based sauces. We're going to get our fat-based sauce mini-series kicked off with Hollandaise. What is Hollandaise? Well, it's one of the 5 French mother sauces, and it's one of the best because it's so fatty because it's made with a lot of butter and egg yolks, which everyone knows putting either of those together is going to make something super tasty. Traditionally, it's known for eggs Benedict being the sauce that tops it, but you can use it for a lot of other preparations. My fiance, for instance, loves it with asparagus and toast, which I think is a little weird, but if she likes it, it works. But that just goes to show that you can use it for a lot of other things other than eggs Benedict. It's also really good on fish and a lot of other vegetables because butter and eggs go well on just about anything. A lot of people are intimidated to make Hollandaise because it is a sauce that does break if it's not made correctly or you don't keep it at the right temperature. But I'm here to tell you there's a lot of different ways to prepare it. And with modern advances in technology and different techniques, you can do it all in a blender if you want. I am going to show you the traditional way or the Julia Child way because that's how I learned it from her book. And then I'm also going to show you how to make it using sous vide. I'm going to be using the Chef Steps Jewel. But enough of the talking and the boring stuff, let's get down to it and let's make some delicious Hollandaise. So first I'm going to show you the Julia Child method or traditional method of making Hollandaise. It requires egg yolks, clarified butter, a little bit of whole butter, and then just some water, lemon juice, and some vinegar for seasoning. First thing you want to do is get your egg yolks, add a splash of a little bit of water and white vinegar, and get your eggs mixed up. I'm going to mix them for a little bit until they start getting a little frothy, and then we're going to take them over to a pot on the stove. You want your water to just be steaming, just to heat up your eggs gently. If it's too hot, your eggs will scramble, and that's not what you want. Ultimately, you want your eggs to become nice and ribbony. Basically, start to thicken up just from the heat itself, and you want to constantly be stirring. You'll also notice as your eggs get to the right consistency, their color are going to start to change and they're going to get a little bit lighter. And that consistency is what you're looking for from our eggs. Nice and runny, nice and thick, clinks your whisk really well, and flows down like a nice ribbon. As soon as your eggs come off, you want to cool them down by dropping in a cold knob of butter and whisk it until it's fully incorporated. To keep your bowl in place so it's just not sliding around your table, you can get a wet towel like this and form it into a nice circle. Then you can place your bowl there and it's not going to move. And now you can utilize both hands. This is when you want to start emulsifying in your clarified butter. You just want to pour it in a little bit at a time and keep whisking very vigorously. If you feel like your sauce is a little too thick, you can add a little bit of lemon juice. Looks like good consistency there. I'm going to season it with a little salt. I like to also add a little bit of hot sauce. I'm a Frank's man myself, so I use Frank's Red Hot Sauce. I think it tastes really great. And hot sauce is also a good replacement for vinegar if you have some Tabasco or some heavier vinegar-based sauce. You can tell when it's done if you have a nice ribbon effect still, and just make sure it still coats the back of your spoon. And that is how you make Hollandaise sauce. Alright, so sous vide Hollandaise. It's very simple. You just put everything in your bag like normal sous vide and then you're going to drop it in your water for about 2 hours. So we have about 6 egg yolks. This is a stick plus 2 tablespoons of whole butter. About a tablespoon of water, a tablespoon of lemon juice, and then about a tablespoon of some champagne vinegar that we reduced with some shallots in it. All of that's going to go in the bag. We're going to be cooking our hollandaise sous vide at 147 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. Making your hollandaise sous vide is really great, especially if you want to plan a brunch or some kind of dinner event. Because you have to wait 2 hours for your sauce to be done, you have all that time to prepare everything else that you want for your brunch or your dinner or your lunch, whatever it is. So by the time the rest of your food is done, all you gotta do is pop that bag out of the circulator, throw it in the blender, and you have a freshly made sauce ready to go. Alright, our hollandaise mixture has been cooking at 147 degrees for 2 hours and it's ready to come out. And all we're going to do is blend it. I am using the Ninja blender. I'm using a single serving attachment for it. If you don't have something like this or the NutriBullet or anything like that, the regular blender will work just fine. I'm just going with this because it's a little bit smaller. We're just going to pour our contents all in there. We're just gonna blend it up. Should have what is a very nicely thickened, oh yeah, that looks so nice. Look at that, that is exactly what you want, nice and ribbony. Coats the spoon well. Tastes really good. And that is a very easy way to make some hollandaise. And there you have it. That's 2 ways you can make hollandaise sauce right at home, but those aren't the only 2 ways. If you do any other research, there's plenty of other methods out there. You can do them in the microwave, you can use whole eggs instead of using just the yolks. You can just use a blender. There's a lot of ways you can do it, but I would definitely recommend learning the traditional method. Not only is it just a valuable skill to learn, but it's also an easy way for you to impress your guests if you have them over for a brunch or a dinner. As always, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite application for hollandaise? What do you love topping hollandaise with? Thank you for joining me on our first look into fat-based sauces with this mini-series. If you're getting really good value out of this, please do me a favor, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Please share these videos with anyone that you think would be interested, and even if they're not interested, please go ahead and share. It really helps me out, helps the channel grow. But above all else, thank you so much for watching.